Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So, over the last hour, I have had a very good evening. I have caught up with the songs from semi-final 1 in Serbia, whereby I keep forgetting the name of the national final. So it's PESMA Eurovizija, isn't it? No, I feel like I'm missing a word there. Anyway, I'm going to say PESMA Eurovizija, which is the Serbian national final where they'll select their song for Eurovision. So I've listened to all 16 songs from semi-final 1 in full. So after this, hopefully I'll have time to bookmark it. So just check the timestamps if there's any of the songs that you're interested in. And if you're interested to know how I think about them, then do that. And then at the end, what I've done is I've worked out my top 8. Now I'm thinking, based on my memory from last year, because I was in PESMA Eurovizija last year. I actually went there, I got a press pass and had a great experience. I'm pretty sure eight people go through to the final, might be wrong. But nonetheless, I've done a top 8. So at the bottom, you'll see the timestamps of my reaction to each song. And then at the end, I do my top 8. So yeah, hopefully enjoy the video and I'll see you for semi-final 2. Okay, song 1, Mattia and Angellina, Novi, Svet. Dramatic, orchestral production, harmonies. What more do you want? Interesting shake-up in the production. I'm intrigued. This is the sort of song that would do really, really well with a live orchestra. Now, being at Serbia's national final last year, I know that's not a thing. It's not like Albania. Not sure whether the English is necessary. Is there much of a melody on this one? Like, I appreciate the orchestral production, but I'm not sure, is there a melody on that chorus? I mean, girl got pipes. This shake-up in production is odd. I'm intrigued. Okay, Mattia and Angellina. Okay, Adem, Mehmedović. What have you got for me? It's a long intro. How long's the song? Oh, 3 minutes. Again, what I learned from last year is vocals are guaranteed. Good vocals. He's got them. Interesting production so far, 2 out of 2. You think you're going for a kind of traditional sound, and then we get this like kind of funky drop. I'm not sure this is my thing. I mean, it's fine. Production is a little bit off-putting. Does feel borderline demo version. The chorus is a little bit disappointing. I'm gonna give that a 5. At least there's a melody on this chorus though. Even if it's underwhelming, no. Let's give that a 5.8 out of 10. Okay. Nada. Sounds cute. Oh, this feels like a breeze across your face. Oh, this is my favourite so far. This is cute. Oh, I like the little beat they've added on for the second verse. This is cute. She's got one of those voices very much like treacle. Very nice to listen to. I mean, there is elements of country genre within this, and we know that I love country. I like this one. This one's good. My favourite so far. Oh, I like this one. It's very, very sweet. Really like that one. 8.5. Tijana's back! Didn't mind her song last year. I think it was like my 7th favourite. Across all of them. Może. It's a bit more like cooler and edgier than her song last year. Her song was quite predictable last year. This one's alright. Mamim. It's very groovy. If that means anything. This is quite good. I can already envisage how she not in regards to the staging ideas, but I can see her performing this. Because she performs with attitude. There is a more obvious melody to this one than Mattia and Angela. So bearing that in mind. I will be honest though. I feel like I've heard enough of the song. Yeah, it's running out of steam a little bit. For a full 3-minute song. I don't think it needs the last chorus. I don't know, it's quite infectious though. The burning. Okay. We're giving you, Tijana, a 7.2. Look at that hair. What are we calling him? Prince? Svet za Istoka? Guitar. Sold. The voice alone. And taking his fierce hair out of the equation. Habibi. I quite like this one. This is very Albania. Well, not this bit, but there are elements of the production that sound like I would expect to hear it at Festivali Kenges. I quite like this one. And whilst I'm loving the traditional guitar and very much a Balkan production, there is so much scope for a revamp already. Because the fundamentals of this one are good. Do you remember Dolly Style from Melody Festivalen? They didn't qualify with a song called Habibi. I like this one. This does feel like I would hear it at Eurovision about 15 years ago. But I would have loved it. Like, this is throwing me back to when, like, Balkan countries were sent a song that I absolutely would be obsessed with. Croatia being primarily number 1 there. Do you know what? I enjoyed the hell out of that one. I'm giving that one a 9. Okay, Filip, Baloš. See, this is where I feel Tijana's song needs to be in regards to production. Do you know what? What are we on song 6? I'm enjoying these songs. Generally, the depth of them so far. Because some of them have felt a little bit demo-ish, not the finished product. Well, this one feels pretty decent, the production. Yeah. This one's quite good. I mean, I don't like it as much as Nada and Prince. I think it's probably my 3rd favourite so far. This chorus is infectious. Oh, I like this more than I thought I did. Oh man. Right, I'm giving that an 8.3. I love that kind of old school emphasis on the vocal, which I've heard quite a few times from Balkan artists. Now this image looks very familiar, i.e. I've seen this on social media, so this must be one of the songs people are talking about. It's very dark. Samo Spava. What is with the it's not a shrimp, what is it? I mean, somewhat alternative. I mean, I feel this is a song that needs to be performed rather than listened to. Lobster, that's what that's bloody called. Why didn't that come to me? It's a lobster. Felt very David Bowie then. And I mean David Bowie from the film The Labyrinth. Like, I'm not a David Bowie knowledgeable person. My only concern about this song is it gives you so many questions and I'm not sure if it's answering them. I'm sitting there being like, what? But why is it that I want to keep listening there? It's like it's got me in a trance. It's like some sort of witchery. Is this going to be like an over-the-top performance, like hyper-sexualized? Like leather and... Angellina! I don't think I'd properly clocked who... Oh, that one. Oh, I need to process this. What the hell do I give the song that absolutely confused the hell out of me? Luke Black. I think you need to do your scoring, Shane, in regards to which songs you want to go away and listen to again. And you know you want to listen to that one again, because that was fascinating. And like I said, but I have way too many questions, and I feel the answers are not in that song. Okay, I gave Philip 8.3, didn't I? I think that's better than Philip's. I'm going to give that, but I give Nada 8.5. I'm going to give that an 8.4. Just because it's intrigued me. I'm intrigued. Right, Angellina, what have you got for us? Hopefully not a staging where you're... Mind you, the song was called Origami, but I just felt that the staging last year, not the best. Lanac. Thank you, Angellina, for the Serbian lesson. So she must have a bit of money behind her, right? So she was touring with Sarah Yo over the summer. I nearly had an opportunity to see them. But I didn't. I wasn't in Serbia at the same time. I missed them by like 3 weeks. Okay, I was a bit nervous. But now we've got to the chorus. It's not bad. And yeah, if we're kind of comparing quality of production in this semi, this is definitely one of the better ones, but I wouldn't expect anything less based on Origami last year. Is it as good as Origami though? It's not as instantaneous. But I like the chorus. I will say I prefer Origami at this moment. But it is a decent pop track. Right, let's pause that because I need time to reflect because I need to know where I'm at with these scores. I still think Prince is amazing. I still got that as my 9 out of 10. Nada 8.5. I think I put that on the same... Yeah. I think it's a decent pop track. I'm going to give that 8.5 as well. Okay. Indigo. So we've got our first rock number of the evening. Oh, the song's Indigo. The band is Empathy Soul Project. So, again, if you're a follower or subscriber of my channel, it will be no surprise that this isn't the sort of sound that I gel with. It would have to be doing something a bit different for me to get drawn in. I'm sure within this genre it's a good one, but this is all about my personal taste. I'm not doing this objectively. I'm not like an international jury member at Benidorm Fest where it's completely objective. Right, well I've written that name down as Indigo, which is not ideal. It's okay. I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a handicap of 2. A golf term. I'll give them a start off with 2 points because it's not a genre that I normally listen to. Right, Stefan Shy. This has potential. I think statistically I'm liking more this year than last year. Here we go. I was reserving saying anything. Now, this is interesting because we've got quite a few generic pop numbers in this mix, and this feels upbeat, cultural, traditional vibe. I love his voice. And because it is somewhat traditional, I go as far as to say I prefer it to the likes of Filip Baloš. I need to check how many people qualify from each semi-final. Is it 8? I think it is, isn't it? So ideally I need a top 8. Oh, I like this one. There are moments in the song where I get slightly withdrawn because it is a bit long. The verses are quite long, right? Oh, I quite like it. It definitely is much better when the beat kicks in. And like I said, they've gone for a traditional sounding beat rather than just a artificial pop production. Do you know what, Stefan Shy? I'm going to give that an 8.5. Right, but this already has potential. An interesting bunch of people. This has a lot of potential. This could very much be a shame song. Herzenschluss. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Oh. Okay, we've got lyrics now. Okay, I like this one. Bump, 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 bump. I like this one. I just want to know how to pronounce their name. Herzenschluss. That sounds like Icelandic. Norwegian. Got some songs that are really bunching up now in my scores. I think this one's a good one. I mean, I like it. I can totally see why people wouldn't. I'm loving that violin. Again, if you're a subscriber, you know I love strings in a production. Evident strings. I think this is good. Oh, easily one of my favourites. I have to do something with my scores because they're all bunching up. So I've got Prince on 9. I'm going to have to raise Nada 8.8 because I really, really like that one. And I'm going to give that one an 8.7, which puts it in my third favourite so far. Okie doke. Right, Savo Perovic. I think this might be my favourite so far. It has everything that I love in a pop song. At first when it started I was like, oh, is this almost like very Agony from Benidorm Fest? But it's not. This is very, very, very good. I feel the questions which Luke Black posed as I was watching it are being answered in this. If that makes any sense. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one's staged. And see if anyone's able to like outdo Sarah Yo's staging. That was insane. And again, it's not throwaway pop production. They're putting that kind of cultural, traditional edge on the production, which I love. I don't know. I'm still like I still that Prince song is a good song. It's literally. But I don't think it's as good as Prince for me, but it's definitely right behind it. So Prince is 9 for me. So we've got Savo, that's an 8.9. That is a good pop track. That is the best pop. Would he call Prince pop? Well, regardless, it's my second favourite song so far. Oh my God, can I say, generally, the quality of this semi-final is really good. And this is clearly off the back of Constructor, isn't it? Like giving this sense of belief and, I guess, passion back in regards to Serbia at Eurovision and Serbia doing well at Eurovision. Okay, Igor. Okay, I'm not writing it off just yet. I quite like that little intro. Oh, I don't know now. Yeah. The genre actually wouldn't be a put off for me. I quite like this sound. But I think it's very... Izaduge. Yeah, this isn't my vibe. And I haven't said it with the other songs. But I am a little... I don't want to say... bored. I know music is subjective. There's people out there that are going to absolutely like this. But I am a little disengaged. Okay. So far, I think that's my least favourite of this semi-final thus far. I'm going to give that a 5. Oh, Boris is back! This guy's voice. Incredible. His song last year, one of my faves. I can't remember where it was. It was definitely in my top 3. Of all of the songs last year. And then I saw his staging, bless him. But someone did inform me that if you're on a record label, it helps in Serbia because they pay for the staging, else you've got to pay for it yourself. Yeah, have we actually heard a kind of Balkan-y ballad thus far? I'm not sure if we have. I could listen to this guy sing 24 hours a day. I mean, that's just based on his song last year. I don't know anything else. Oh, I like this one. I need to hear the chorus for a second time. It's not as good as last year. A bit like Angellina. Last year, Boris' song hooked me from the set-go. Now, because this is a bit more cool and a bit more current with the production, how's that going to play out on stage? Because last year he just stood there and sang. And this does need or require a concept on stage, I think. It'll be interesting to see where they stage it this year, though, because last year it was just in a studio. So much so you couldn't actually fit an audience in there. It was like a room. I need to stop because I'm confused now what I'm doing with these scores. It's definitely better than Filip Baloš. That's usually a good lower benchmark. I'd already listened to that one again. Yeah, probably over Angellina and Luke. That potentially might be my 4th favourite. I just love a Balkan ballad. I'm sorry, I just do. And his voice is just like music to my ears. So we're going to give you an 8.6, Boris. I've got your back, mate. Right, one more. It's not as good as last year. Oh, what's going on now? I don't know, but I kind of like it. Cheggy and Bratza Blues Band. Oh, this one's good for me. Again, I feel like I could have heard this 15 years ago, but that is not to discredit it, because I love it. I like this one. I mean, yes. Does it sound outdated? Yes. But am I in love with this chorus? Yeah, I love this one. It's interesting, isn't it? Because if you take out these wind instruments, it's a completely different sound. It's very much a kind of dark, melodic, Balkan, upbeat number with a chorus that is like crack cocaine, addictive as. I'm sorry, but I think this might be my favourite. But it's very much what I love. This is my favourite. Right, that is the only one whereby on first listen, oh yeah, Noosh messaged me in my video about the fact that, in her video about the fact that I was all over her YouTube. Well, look at you, Noosh. You're in two of mine. Pay back the favour. Okay, that is my favourite. I'm sorry, it just is. I haven't even looked at any reaction videos. I haven't even looked at the viewing figures of each video, so I don't know how many views each one is getting. Other than that Luke Black, whose picture I think I have seen on Tinder then, Twitter. I don't know about anyone else. Okay, I need to sit down and work this out. Don't I have to work out a top 8? I think it's top 8 that go through, right? So let me work out my top 8. Okay, so I think I've done it. So I'm going to cop out, cheat. I'm going to say that I have a joint 8th place because I couldn't pick between them. And like I said, I can only predict what the hype is around, so I think this might create some anger. So can I just say this is my personal taste? All right, I'm not saying that I have a doctorate in musicality, but this is just based on listening to all the songs in full, I must say. Like, I know obviously some people don't listen to them all in full, and it's their own prerogative, but I did. So based on that, for me, 8th place is a tie between Angellina and Luke Black. Angellina is a good pop track. I think the chorus is very good. I can't not help compare it to Origami last year, which was easily one of my favourite national final songs of the whole of last year. I think it's a good pop track, but it doesn't stand out in the way that other songs do in this semi-final, can I say. At the end of the day, I'm doing this quicker than I wanted to because a lot of people had messaged on my channel, and I do get that. Like, I'm very blessed and lucky to have people from Serbia as subscribers. So as a result of that, I've made a point of taking some time this evening to do it. But as I sat down to do it, I was like, oh, I'm very tired. But nonetheless, after song 3, I was like, this is a really, really good experience. So thank you, because it's actually been a positive thing of my day. Because the quality of the songs, the breadth of the songs are good. Yeah, Luke Black, I had a lot of questions watching that song, which I don't think the song provided answers to. The song perplexes me, I'm not going to lie. Does it stand out as a song that I want to listen to again right now? No. Does it have the potential in 3 listens time to be absolutely my sort of jam and I'll want to listen to it continuously? Possibly, yes. There is something about that song. I may need to give that one another go. Number 7, Stephen Shy. I actually think that's quite a good upbeat number. Again, it's kind of a poppy track, but it's got that traditional vibe to it. And for someone like me who doesn't listen to that on the daily, it's not around me, I kind of love it when I hear a kind of traditional cultural Balkan flair in a production. Number 6, you gotta have that Balkan ballad in there, and my man Boris has got it for me. It's not as good, so yeah, Boris Subtutic. No, I think I've probably written his name down wrong, but nonetheless, Boris. Boris is my number 6. It's not as good as his song last year, but nonetheless, his voice just, I just could listen to that voice every second of every hour of every day. And that song is a decent, dramatic Balkan ballad. It will be interesting to see whether the staging is better than his staging last year, and I hope it is. Number 5 is the band that I can't say, Hersenslus. I'm still worried I'm saying it like a Norwegian. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one. It's my number 5. I like that one. Number 4, Nada. I thought that was like a breath, a breeze that's gone across a meadow of grass and it's just hit you. It was just, I felt, yeah, if that makes any sense. I really liked that song. So the fact that that was like my 3rd song and it stayed in my mind the whole time is testament to it. Okay. Now, number 3 is Savo with Presidente. Is that how you say it? That is a good pop track. I was quite nervous at the beginning. I was like, oh, is it going to be a bit like Agony, kind of like this kind of sexy adultery, which a little bit is what Luke Black is. But then when it gets into that chorus, it is a good chorus with a good melody. And when it's got that kind of traditional edges or tones and elements throughout the song, it just elevates me. Like, I think that song could do really, really, really well at Eurovision. That one. Yeah, because compared to the others, I don't know how competitive they would be at Eurovision in my top 8, but that one definitely could be. My number 2 is Prince. Like, I think that's a really, really, really good song. My number 1 and number 2, I think, are very bespoke to me and my sounds and what I like. It does still feel like a demo. I still feel that that hasn't got its final run through the production. But there are so many things. I mean, am I slightly put off by the fact that he's got Habibi in there? No, Shade, you're not. If Dolly Style in Sweden Melody Festival can make it work, so can Prince. I'm calling him Prince. It's probably not how you say it, is it? Because that's surely trademark. But no, I absolutely that. So what's it? Svet za Istoka. Well, regardless, I absolutely love that song. That is totally my vibe, up my street. I love it. Which leads me to my number 1. And if you watch my reaction, it'll be no surprise. My number 1 is Cheggy and Bratza Blues Band. That song was written for me. It's almost like they'd gone into either my brain or my Spotify and they put it all together, put it into some sort of machine and created this song. Like, I want to listen to that song right now again. But I think, I have a sneaky suspicion, I'm on my own. But I don't care. I absolutely love that song. So that's my number 1. If that one doesn't qualify, I'm going to be really gutted. Could it do well at Eurovision? Oh, I don't know. But will I be picking up the phone and like wasting euros and euros and euros? Is it free to vote at Eurovision? I can't remember now. Yes, I will. So if you send this, I will do everything in my power to try and make sure it gets as much votes as possible. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So I'm obviously going to do semi-final 2 at another time when I have time. Just wait, because I need to do Portugal semi-final 2 before this one. And there's only so many hours in the day. But those are my thoughts. So please let me know what you think. Please do comment below your favourites in semi-final 1. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.